What's up, suckers? Today I want to talk about how 5-minute multiboxing works. I usually talk about how you install it and set it up, but instead today I'd like to talk more about what it does and how it does its thing. And I'm going to do that by running through Scarlet Monastery Armory. So the first thing it does is it shares mouse clicks to your main DPS macros. Notice I'm just pressing 2 here, and everybody's doing the 2 button. Now the 2 button in 5-minute multiboxing is set up to DPS a single target. And so that's all it does. If you have a sheep standing right next to you that you've polymorphed, the 2 button will safely not hit that sheep. It's not going to do any cleaves, although Ravager will definitely hit that sheep. Notice Mutalia has Ravager right now. Now, healing, notice I keep saying notice. Notice, dudes, my bear needs heals. Healing is set up for any healer in your party on F1 to F5, and it heals the main window. What's up, Marcus? The main window, and then all the windows around it clockwise. Now, one of my favorite features of 5-minute multiboxing now is the numpad keys from 1 to 5 allow you to switch. Is this what I want to say? They allow you to switch which toon is in the biggest window. So I actually want to look at my mage right now, and my mage is window number 4. So I hit the 4 numpad key, and now my mage is in the big window. Why do I want to look at my mage? Because I'm not really happy with my AoE macro. So I'm going to go to, I'm going to type /GS for GSC. Oh, we're entering combat. Let's go back to the 1 button. Who's fighting us? This guy. Is this a patrol? No, this is a guy that was just standing over there. He just kind of lit on us. Notice today that I said it again. Notice this, notice that, notice the other. Today I have set up a system where you can see the key presses. Now, you have to watch closely because in a lot of cases, when I press a key, multiple buttons in the window get pressed. This is perfectly legal. It has been approved. And it's okay for you to do this because every button press is associated with a human click. And that's all Blizzard wants. They want a human to be making every action. No timers, no auto presses, no auto hotkey, just one button press and, 1 or more buttons pressed in the game. That's fine. Okay, so let's go back to what I was doing on my mage. Type /GS. Enter. Why am I not on my mage? /GS. Scroll down to Frost AoE. And there's something I'm unhappy with Frost AoE. It relies on Frost Nova not being on cooldown to launch the Blizzard. And so I'm actually not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this a different way in GSC. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say cast no mod, no channeling, Frost Nova. And I'm going to do that a few times. Well, why are you doing that, Todd? That doesn't make any sense. Fury swipes. The reason I'm doing that is because of the way GSC works. GSC is absolutely critical in multiboxing because it allows you to do things that you simply cannot do without it. And changing that to sequential. So how this is going to work is every time I press the 5 button, because this is Frost AoE, which gets triggered on the 5 button, it's going to go through all these button clicks. It's going to try to press Frost Nova 3 times for every time it tries to launch a blizzard. And that's fine because Frost Nova is mostly going to be on cooldown. But when it's not on cooldown, we really do want to have a good shot at launching it. And so let's get rid of this. This doesn't belong because it's not a cast sequence anymore. And now we have a better AoE. I was using Arcane Explosion for AoE, but now she's got so many points in Frost, I think Blizzard is going to be a much better option. So let's go try it. Yes, you noticed the Ravager. That was funny. Oh, uh-oh. I led with the wrong guy. That's okay. I'm going to switch windows. I'm going to bring my dude up. I'll even taunt people off. Let's heal the JJ a little more. And I'm just hitting the 5 button, and I'm hitting the heal button for Vijay. And now I'm going to switch to the heal button for Mutalia because she's now the master. Battlefield looks like he's getting hurt, but he's actually life tapping, I think. So I don't think he's getting hurt. I'm going to throw a heal over his way anyway. Let's go kill this guy. Okay, that got kind of messy at the end. Watch your pets, watch your targeting. Alt 1 brings your pet back. Now, every control, everything I'm doing that I'm mentioning is listed in a controls list on the classic 5-minute multiboxing subreddit. So you can find out every control for yourself. So what did we see there? Well, we saw the AoE button. Is this on live classic servers? Says Raymond Z. Yes, of course. This is classic 5-minute multiboxing, which is a lot less powerful than vanilla 5-minute multiboxing in most ways. But in one particular way, classic is much more powerful. And it's a way that matters the most when you're PvPing. We'll talk about that, hopefully. Hopefully I won't forget it. And we'll talk about that and talk about why it's so much better for PvP multiboxing. Let's go ahead and keep heading deeper into Armory and killing Herod. And I'll talk more about how 5-minute multiboxing works. Notice I'm mostly just hitting the 2 button. I hit F1 there just so that I would heal my tank once, and we're going to jump right down into this hallway. So one of the things I like to do is, okay, we got to kill this evoker right away, because this evoker and shift 3 interrupts. That evoker is bad news. All right. So kill that evoker right away. Don't let that evoker drop a flame strike on you. So it's time to talk about that one way that 5-minute multiboxing classic is so much better than and you know what? Ravager isn't doing much damage. I am not seeing their bars move very far. And my main I got 2 Ravagers there in a row. Mutalia is #1 damage, alright? And yeah, Ravager is more than a toy. It does actually good work. But is it better than the Whirlwind Axe? I'm not so sure. Alright, so what was I talking about? Why is it better in Classic than in... Let me heal up. than in vanilla, where vanilla gives me all this power to control my alts. Well, it's really the F key that I give you in 5-minute multiboxing. And the F key is interact with target. All right? Basically, if you hit the F key twice, everybody will assist you and they will interact with target. And in combat, what interact with target means is they will attack it. All right? They will attack that target. And that F key can be used to... It doesn't just attack the target. Uh-oh, Vijay, don't die. Vijay died. It doesn't just attack the target. It moves to the target if the target is out of range. And this is very useful in PvP when an enemy player is moving around trying to outmaneuver you. That doesn't happen anymore because you're just hitting the F key and you have click to move. You have click to move enabled by default in 5-minute multiboxing, and so you will move toward that enemy player and you will keep attacking that enemy player until that enemy player is dead. It's awesome. I love it. I love it every day. It's fantastic. So I won't say that I would trade all the power that I used to have in vanilla away for that, but I would almost trade all the power away for the F key. That's how good it is. Okay, what did I just do there to res my guy? I actually give you a button, button 8. Sorry, it's a question mark right now. I'm going to make that better. I give you a button. If you just tap 8 after you lose people in the party, they will get resed. Right? That will res them by name. Okay, so there's a patrol here, and you don't want to fight the patrol over there. We'll wait for the patrol to come over. And I'm just hitting Alt 4 a lot to gather everybody. Now I'm going to hit the F key because everybody's facing the wrong way. The F key will actually turn your unit to face the right way. And now this is an evoker. And remember, I said you want to kill this evoker right away. And we are going to do that. We're going to hit the F key a couple of times. We're going to keep healing my guys because I'm doing badly on heals and didn't have them targeted. Just really want to interrupt that flame strike. Utalia, turn around. We're gonna do this guy. All right, that was sloppy. I'm usually a lot more tight than that. Basically, you just want to prevent wipes, and you prevent wipes in Armory by being smart, and you be smart by pulling things around corners. Don't get trapped by patrols. Don't overpull. Well, how do you not overpull, Fury Swipes? You don't overpull by knowing when the battle is over, knowing when a guy's about to die. And when a guy's about to die, stop pressing buttons, and you won't overpull. It's simple as that. Don't keep pressing buttons through a guy's death and after, because your main tank will find another target and will charge it. Okay, so an important concept in 5-minute multiboxing that I want to explain today. Mark it right here. Raymond Z says, having the toon click to move or turn, does that count as automation effectively being against TOS? No! You know why? Because, that's a great question, by the way, because click to move, interact with target is in, am I in key bindings? Yes. Is in targeting. It's given to us by Blizzard. Here's interact with target. I assign it to F. Okay? That's how it works. You know, I probably shouldn't assign that to F on the main tank. I don't really like the main tank interacting with target, honestly. But Maybe I'll change that. Maybe I won't assign it on the main tank. So yeah, it is definitely not against the TOS. And by the way, people have been doing it on live WoW for years now. But you know, this is the first we've been multiboxing classics. So yeah, nope. Completely intended by Blizzard and perfectly okay. So Shift 2 is the general polymorph button, or banish or whatever. It will cast your CC, but just make sure you Alt 1 a couple of times before you start swinging. Like I'm hitting the 3 button here. The 3 button here is multi-target. Okay, that means use cleave, use blade flurry, use frost nova. That means there are multiple targets, so use the 3 button. But it's distinguished from the AoE button by not launching blizzards, not launching rain of fire. There are a lot of times when you want to do multi-target attacks, but you actually don't want to drop AoEs. Because AoEs really only pay off with 4 or more targets. Sometimes I'll use them with 3 targets, but usually you're not really being very efficient that way. So right here's 2 targets. I'm just going to use the 3 key. I don't always use the 3 key on 2 targets, to be honest. A lot of times I'll use the 1 key on 2 targets. Now, as you're seeing me fight here, notice that whenever I hit the 2 key, there's more than 1 button being pressed. What is that other button being pressed on the right action bar? Well, that is assist. Assist that window. Notice, if I move my mouse to another window and hit the 2 key, a different assist button gets called. If I move it to this window, yet a different assist button gets called. Actually, this window is not pressing its assist at all. That's... Oh, I don't have the scripts add-on running in this window. Let's get that running. Why is scripts not running in that window? So, depending on which window your mouse is, everybody will assist that window. Alright? And that's the beauty of 5-minute multiboxing. It allows you to instantly select a new leader when the poop hits the fan. I'm going to hit F to get everybody closer. But if you hit F too much, people will run by. You saw Spirited run by there. Now, one of the things I use quite a bit is this thing called threat plates. It shows me when I'm losing threat on targets as a main tank. And I find it to be very helpful. That does come with 5-minute multiboxing. I do put that in the package. So the combo of interact with target and click to move that makes them close distance to target. That is correct, sir. That is correct. And again, this combo has been used for years in live WoW by multiboxers. Fully blue approved. Use it without any fear or guilt. Destroy people with it. It's fantastic. So yeah, the F1 through F5 keys do the healing. All right. Maybe at some time in the future, I will use click to heal and the click add-on. All right, we've got an evoker coming up here, so just to play it safe, I wanna nail this evoker. By the way, the 1 key still makes melee come up and follow the tank. So we're gonna lure that evoker down here. by herself. I'm just going to back up until she comes down the hallway. Shift 3 interrupts. All right. Everybody has a programmed interrupt for their class. Shift 3 will pop that. Is 5 minute better than, say, IS Boxer? 5 minute multiboxing cannot do everything that IS Boxer does yet. It is better in one main way. It is simpler and quicker to set up. Although IS Boxer does have a fairly nice setup wizard that you know is pretty cool. IS Boxer also costs, you know, money. And I like money. Looks like Vijay is getting hammered. I'm gonna two finger this, and I'm actually hitting heals while I'm hitting the 3 button. And Battlefield's getting it. Let me get this guardsman off of Battlefield. And now Fury Swipes is getting it. Spirit is not healing anybody. What are you doing, Spirited? Why are you not healing? Spirited was just sitting there. He might have been shield bashed, but I don't think these guys shield bash. The shield bashers are a little bit further on. And yeah, they will ruin your day. So 5 minute multiboxing, you really can set up and get running in 5 minutes, even with character creation. I've proven it. It's free and it's simpler to learn. You can go to the Reddit wiki on it and see all of the controls in a few minutes and learn them all in a few minutes. You really don't need to learn a whole lot. I'm going to hit Alt-2 to make sure everybody's on my target. You know what? That polymorph got resisted. So we're going to do 3. You know what? I'm going to hit the 4 button, which is turbo, and we are going to AoE our ass off here. Mutalia is getting hammered. Mutalia's doing her whirlwind. She's doing her Ravager. She's got Ravager going with Death Wish. It's awesome. All right, that's enough. We killed them hard. So I'm going to switch back to single target. 4 is the turbo button. It makes everybody pop their cooldowns like Death Wish on the Fury Warrior. And I don't really have it set up very well. I don't have everybody's cooldowns in it yet. You're getting some basic macros from me when you download 5 minute multiboxing. Alright, so these Myrmidons, are only really dangerous when they're almost dead. So watch it carefully. I'm going to actually use Control-2 to do a demo shout. But JJ's getting hammered. Let's get this defender on me. Notice it was red, which means it was not on me. Let's heal Battlefield up. Ravager clicking away. Now I had to reprogram my warrior once I got the Ravager to make sure that I could spam buttons without jumping out of the Ravager's channel. The Ravager is a channel just like any other channeled spell, so I simply added only do cleave, for example, if you're not channeling. Only do heroic strike if you're not channeling. So she doesn't jump out of her Ravager for anything but execute on single target. She won't even jump out of Ravager for execute on multi-target. So Alt-1, notice Alt-1 makes everybody assist. These buttons on the far right side of the right action bar at the bottom are all the assist buttons. Assist window 1, window 2, window 3, window 4, window 5. These buttons in the second action bar on the right are all the follow buttons. Follow window 1, follow window 2, follow window 3, follow window 4. Now everybody's assisted me. I'm going to hit the Shift 2 button, make the mage polymorph. Now I'm going to click this guy. I'm going to hit Alt-1 twice. Now they're all selecting her. They're not going to touch the polymorph sheep. And I'm just going to use the 1 key. So is this your software? How do you make money from the work you do? Or do you just enjoy it and like to share? Bingo! I just enjoy it and I like to share. Yeah, it's my software. HotKeyNet is not mine. HotKeyNet is the key sharing software I use. It's been free for 15 years. And it's a great key sharing software. It's really well done. I've talked to the author of it. He never charged for it. He did it as a labor of love, just like I do 5-minute multiboxing as a labor of love. And hell yeah! Now he said if a lot of people would have used it, he would have started charging for it. But it never really got super popular. ISBoxer beat it into the ground, and auto hotkey was a thing. And auto hotkey is really great, very powerful, but hard to learn. And HotKeyNet's easy to learn, very powerful and easy to learn. Not as powerful as auto hotkey. Oops, I healed the wrong guy. So yeah. Join my Discord. Download 5-minute multiboxing. You can be doing this too. And if you think about it, 5boxing Classic is $65 a month. That's the price of a meal out with the wife. All right, it ain't that expensive. All right, this is an evoker coming up, and I really don't like being flame striked, so I'm going to wait for this evoker. Actually, I'm not even gonna take a chance. I'm just gonna run her around the corner. This is how you prevent wipes. All right, in Scarlet Monastery. Where'd she go? Oh. I got turned around there. FF in case somebody's out of range. Just hit F twice. And the evoker. You know, I don't know when the evoker flame strikes. You know, she should open with that. Why wouldn't you open with Flame Strike? But she only Flame Strikes once in a while. But it's really annoying when it happens, so I'm going to hit Alt-1 twice to make sure that my mage is really on the target I want. I'm going to hit Alt-1 twice, make sure everybody... Does your setup cast Blizzard? Yeah, I was just casting Blizzard before. Here, 5 button. Blizzard, Rain of Fire, everything. Yeah, my setup cast Blizzard. That's the beautiful AoE button. I could have actually shot at that guy, but I didn't feel like charging forward and lighting these other 2 guys up. Not that I can't handle all 4 right now. I can. I'm level 38 now, so I can handle 4 or 5. And I'm just going to hit the 2 button now. Yeah, so one of the other things that they gave us in Classic WoW, which I love, is the ability to cast Blizzard and Rain of Fire and other AoE targeted spells on yourself. Unfortunately, it only works casting on the actual caster. I can't cast Blizzard on the tank, for example. It would be nice if, you know, please do that, Blizzard. Yes, thanks, please. But it's all right. I mean, it's all right the way it is. Oh, man, I just started a fight and I have no mana. See, that's not smart. I'm going to drink a potion. Control 2 will do several class-related skills. I'm going to actually hit the F2 button to heal Mutalia while I hit the 3 button at the same time. Look how many buttons I'm hitting at the same time. That's legal, man. You can hit many buttons at the same time. That's all part of World of Warcraft and how it works. I have fingers. I have many fingers. I play this game like a piano. Where does it cast Blizzard? since it's a click to place. Okay, I think I covered that. Yeah, it casts Blizzard right on the player. So hopefully you understand that. Christopher Wahlberg. So it's the combo of interact with target. All right, I didn't realize that was Christopher. What's up, man? So Raymond says, I'm considering doing 3 mage, 1 warrior, and 1 priest for fast dungeon AoEs and leveling. Okay, you do that. Here's the problem with the 3 mage thing. You think it sounds really good, right? Okay, I've got 3 blizzards going. Woo, this is awesome. But it just doesn't work very well. Your mages get hammered. You're constantly healing a mage. It's fine. You can do it, and you know what? It's going to work good. But it's not going to work as well as you think it's going to work. There's going to be a lot of deaths until you really get your mojo going. And there's a reason I don't use... I have, if you think about it, I have Whirlwind, Rain of Fire, Blizzard, and I don't pop those things on every pull. Why? Because I have to drink every time I do it. I don't want to drink every pull. It's really a pain in the ass to drink every pull. So, no, you can do it. You can pull it off, Uncertain. I know you tried, Uncertain. I know you did your best, and you just couldn't make it work. But there are things you can do to make it more feasible, okay? There are things you can do to make it more feasible. And it's going to take writing macros. It's going to take actual clever macros. Man, look at that. I didn't hit Alt-1, and I popped that sheep. Somebody was still focused on the sheep, and I messed up, so I popped that sheep. That's all right. Let's finish the Myrmidon off. I'm going to bash that guy. Yes, spell cleave can work. Yes, you have to drink a lot. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you may have to mess with macros that pop your ice barrier and your mana shield. Yes, you can do it, but you have to be savvy. You have to learn how to run your guys in a way that gets it done. Now, what can't you do? Well, look, guys, you can, all right? You can click, make a macro that clicks Blizzard, and you can shift click it, and I'll show you how I do that. So let's pretend we're going to do that. Let's pretend we're going to do a spell cleave. We're going to put in the 9 button, we're going to put our AoE spell, right? So I'm going Rain of Fire into the 9 button. Okay, make sure nobody else has anything on their 9 button. I'm going Blizzard into the 9 button. There's Blizzard rank 3. This guy's 9 button, Spirited, is not going to do anything. This guy's 9 button is not going to do anything. This guy's 9 button is not going to do anything. Okay, so now I've got the 9 button programmed as drop the AoE target. So I do it. I hit the 9 button. We got AoEs. Now I've got my AoE target. Notice this guy's AoE target's sitting doing nothing. This guy's AoE target's doing something. I've got it there. Now I'm going to tilde click. I'm going to tilde click in my mage's window where I want to drop it. Now notice, this guy's camera setting was exactly the same as this guy's camera setting. So he dropped his Rain of Fire in exactly the same place. I want to do it again. Tilde click. Boom. Okay. How are their camera settings exactly the same? Well, I do that in 5-minute multiboxing. Whenever you hit Alt-4, I make their camera settings exactly the same. So I'm gonna actually maneuver a little bit so I can actually see the target with my mage. Can you see the target? Okay, you can see the target now. I'm gonna hit the 9 button again. I'm gonna drop it right on that guy. tilde click. That's Rain of Fire and 9. I guess I don't have Improved Blizzard. Do I not have Improved Blizzard? What is my spec? My spec is a mess. Yeah, I don't have Improved Blizzard, so gotta respec that if I'm gonna do that. You definitely need Improved Blizzard. But melee cleave much better. I'm telling you, the 4 warrior thing is hilarious. Just roll 4 warriors. Here's what you do, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how fun this is right now in this example. I want you to pretend that I have 4 warriors. Okay. And so when you're in a 4 warrior cleave, and by the way, I credit this technique to who do I credit this technique to? I think I credit this technique to Uncertain? Was it Uncertain? No. Bird Free? Forgive me. I don't know who I first saw doing this. I think it was Bird Free. Was it not Bird Free? No, it wasn't Bird Free. It was a lesser known boxer on my Discord. I'm sorry. But I'm going to switch to my main box being the healer. All right? Here's my main box. My main box is now the healer. Okay? So pretend I have 4 warriors. Here's what would happen. I'd walk up to that pack, and then I'd just hit F twice. And everybody would go up, my 4 warriors would go up there, and they would just start cleaving. Look at them. Look at them cleave. Look at them cleave. Now, I messed it up a little bit, but that's all right. I'm going to go back to 1. And so what happens is your 4 warriors run up there, and they just start going nuts. And you deprogram the F key from your main. You don't want your main having the F key. So I still think I'm gonna unprogram the main tank. But JJ is about to die. I'm gonna have her ice block. I manually clicked ice block. That's fine. I just didn't want to mess with trying to drop a quick heal on her. But your 4 warriors will run up in front of you, and it will be hilarious. And they'll go do their thing. And the same thing works with PvP. You hold your shaman back or your healer, and you hit F twice on the PvP target, and your warriors will just run up there. They will just hammer this guy. They will follow him until he's dead. There's nothing he can do about it. It's hilarious. It's fun every day. I love doing it. And yeah. And F makes it possible. Would that work on VG, the AoE ability? Yeah, that works on VG. Works in exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. I still don't use it. Because it's just too unreliable. And I certainly don't use it on this server because on Classic, because we have the @player cast, which I absolutely adore. I love it to death. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do all of our buffs again, because we have not buffed in a while. And we're not going to summon the succubus on this fight. On this fight, we're going to summon the imp, which is much better. The succubus gets killed instantly on Herod, so we don't use it. We're going to get a soul stone so we can wipe if we want. Herod is a very hard fight the first time you're in here. Until you get savvy, you may wipe a few times on Herod. You gotta, especially if you have melee. If you have melee, you've got some moving parts that you have to worry about. You have to back your melee out of the whirlwind. And you definitely aren't going to get that right the first time unless you're really good at this crap. So I'm actually just going to hand click the last of my buffs. I'm hand clicking this, and I'm going to drink again real quick because I don't want to waste a lot of time drinking. Now, the Mark of the Wild buff costs almost nothing, so the Druid can just click through that. And just make sure everybody has their buffs. I missed a buff on Mutalia. I don't care about that. She's a melee. That's fine. Everybody drink. And then I'm going to hand position people on the ledge here. All the casters are just going to be hand positioned on the ledge. Like that. With a 2-button move. And Mutali should still be following me. And she is. Okay. So with Herod, you just jump down. You just start beating on him. Beat, 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 beat. But you do want to position yourself so that you can back away. So I'm gonna micro Mutali a little bit and get the heals out early. The V key in 5-minute multiboxing, that was really bad. The V key in 5-minute multiboxing backs up melee, and you can hit the 1 key to make the melee walk back. So that was poor. That's all right. Keep the heals coming fast and furious. So you want a V and you want a middle mouse back up. Now I'm going to keep hitting the 2 key until he finishes ravaging. But I turn around. I turn my guy around so that my druid won't charge. So people keep hitting the 2 key and the druid doesn't charge. And it's as simple as that. So bring everybody down because a whole bunch of guys are coming. What dropped? Herod's Shoulder. We have a bunch of those already. Herod's Shoulder's dropped a bunch of times. I'm going to give that to my enchanter. And then when these guys come down, we're just going to do a 5-button. And it just annihilates them. Okay, so you may think, all right, well, I killed all the Scarlet Trinies. Be careful because you want to loot. I've already won the. I've already found the Scarlet Tabard, which is very rare, and I was looting with Fury Swipes, my druid, and I looted on him, and it automatically equipped it because of my auto equip. So I really wanted that on Mutalia, so I'm gonna have Mutalia loot these guys. So I mean, this is just the headache that I have to deal with sometimes with my auto equip stuff. I really do like the auto gear stuff. So do you have to spam the F key? You have to hit it twice. The first time you hit the F key, it assists the target, the boss, the raid leader. The second time you hit the F key, it actually interacts with target. So you have to click it twice. Don't spam it, because if you spam the F key, your guy will wind up running around the target and doing nothing. And that's why you can't put the F key in a macro, in your DPS macro, for example, because your guy will keep interacting, and what he will in effect do is run around in circles on the target doing nothing. All right, I'm going to show you guys something that is absolute gold. Absolute gold. I'm going to show you guys how to teleport to the beginning of the instance and reset it. Here's how you do it. Log out one of your guys. Dead air. Total dead air. It's weird to have dead air in one of my streams because I never let dead air happen. So you log out one of your guys and you boot him from the party. Wait, who's the leader? Who's the leader? Who's the leader? Yeah, uninvite. I missed uninvite there for a second. Log in with somebody else on that account. Get ready to invite that person. Invite Slamma. Make him the leader. All right, everybody else now log out. Leave Slamma logged in. I'm going to tilde click to log out. Log out. Those guys are all logging out. Slamma's staying in. Oh, you guys are going to like this. You guys are going to like this very much. Make Slamma reset all instances when everybody's logged out. Now log in. Ah, that's too bad, uncertain. Graphics card having issues. Maybe it's not your graphics card. Maybe you just need DX Tori. Look, we're all at the front of the instance and it's fully reset. Now have Slamma make Fury Swipes the leader again. So you have your leader back and log Slamma out. Get rid of Slamma from the group. Log in Mutalia. And Mutalia is at the front of the instance too. She's not going to be in group, so just hit the 0 key. She's in group. And you're at the front of the instance. It's reset. I'm not actually going through it again. I'm going to go into Cathedral right now. Oh, I missed the lever. Dude sucks, man. Ooh, display driver stopped responding, has recovered. Okay, well, and I assume you have the latest driver. This is a great place to PvP, by the way. If you want to start out multi-box PvP, come here to Scarlet Monastery and do it here. When things go wrong, you can back into the instance. You can even wait till... I'm talking about for Horde. I'm talking about for Horde, okay? Not for Alliance. This is a fun place for Alliance to PvP too, if you're a rogue. Or anybody, really. You just run back into the instance when things go bad. And if you don't make it, if you don't run back into the instance, oh boo-hoo, you've got a pathetically short run back. So... pretty awesome place to PvP. Okay, let's do a little bit of AoE. We're going to do a Wizard's Eye AoE. Eye of Kilrog. So I'm going to click on Eye of Kilrog over here on the right. And I'm going to run my eye right down through to the end. Now you kind of need a pre-shield on Eye of Kilrog. Otherwise, it just can't survive more than one pack, more than lighting up one pack. And I'm getting that issue where my frame rate's dropping. I'm having an issue on my computer right now where frame rate keeps dropping, so I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna reboot my computer, and every time I reboot, it fixes it. But this is gonna be a nice short stream. I really just wanted to talk a little bit about how 5-minute multiboxing worked, and how painful is the first 13 levels before getting able to get into RFC. RFC is terrible. By the way, multiboxing is not going to be fun in the beginning. RFC is horrible. You don't have Curse of Recklessness, which I use on my Warlock to prevent runners, and RFC is nothing but runners running away and getting more guys. So you're gonna have a painful time at RFC. You're gonna have a not quite as painful time in if you're Alliance in Dead Mines, and yeah, it's bad. Actually, multiboxing is terrible, pretty much terrible, up until about level 30, 33. I'm going to say level 32. It gets super fun. You're going to have fun. I'm not saying it's not going to be fun. You're going to have fun, but you're not going to know how good it's going to be until you hit about level 32 or 33, and you're just mowing things down like I am, like you see me here. At about that level, you have all the necessary spells that you need. Before that, it's not as fun. You don't have Whirlwind. You don't have you know, Wind Fury. You don't have spells that make it more fun. And RFC is definitely not where you're going to want to do your leveling, by the way. You'll find out. You'll find out. You don't want to level in RFC. You'll be able to run RFC. Make no mistake. You'll be able to do all this. Wailing Caverns is great. All right? Wailing Caverns, you're going to have fun in Wailing Caverns. But there's a learning curve. You're going to need to learn how to multi-box. It's not easy. Watch my videos. There are things you got to do. There are patterns you have to. There's muscle memory you have to train in order to do it right. So, basically, just start doing it. Start learning. Everybody's a newbie with every single discipline once. All right. The goal is to get through that newbie, zone as fast as possible and become a veteran as quickly as possible. And you only learn by doing. So jump on my Discord server, download it, pay Blizzard some money, get the 6-month subscription, all right, for all 5 accounts, so that you're only paying $65 a month instead of $75 a month, or just pay $75 a month. I mean, whatever. It's not really that big a savings to buy 6 months at a time. And in fact, it's kind of annoying that it's not that big of a savings. By the way, don't forget that what comes along with Classic is live. And you can actually, in live, you can spend 3 days a month, when you know how to do it, grinding out your tokens. So you can actually pay the bills in live using multiboxing also. Grind out your tokens in 3 days, and you don't actually have to pay that $65 a month anymore. So, how painful are the first 13 levels? Not that painful. Do quests. There you go. Do quests. And that's it, guys. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. I just really wanted to, give you an idea of the basic mechanism that runs 5-minute multiboxing, and I think I did that. It really has to do with these follow assist macros on the right, and the numpad 1 through 5 to switch windows. Those are the main dealios, and further than that, it has to do with how when you press the DPS button, it also presses an assist button, and it changes the assist based on which window your mouse is in. So, all right, guys, short stream today. I'll stream more later. I'm still fighting off this cold, and you're gonna get more out of me. Promise. You're gonna get more out of me very soon. Later.